You wake up to the news that the US president, leader of the Trump regime, I think at this point, because I think at this point, you know what, let's normalize calling this the Trump regime, not the US administration, because this is a term that we reserve to tin pot despots, autocrats, and dictators, and I think this is kind of close. You know, they go and say, oh, we're going to order a naval blockade of the Strait of Hormuz. I don't know why. Just to prove that that the guy is strong and he has to be kind of, contended with. And when I see Trump make these sort of strange moves, I recall that he would do this occasionally. He would just do something ridiculous to cause harm to many people and then pull back, almost as if to prove that he can. And then he would follow this with these comments like, now they have to be nice to me. He's almost like he's after this sort of weird respect through fear. And at this point, I'm always reminded of a movie from the early 90s called Falling Down with Michael Douglas. Specifically of a scene where he's like completely out of his wits. This guy comes into a fast food shop, or a fast food restaurant, sorry, with a gun, and he demands breakfast, but they stopped serving breakfast like 3 minutes before, and he loses his shit. And everyone's just cowering in corners. People are kind of nice to Trump the way you have to be nice to a deranged man waving a loaded gun around. Meanwhile, everyone around thinks of one of two things: either that he should really immediately piss off, or of ways to disarm him, which I think we should all think about. Yeah, at the same time, I'm also reminded of the sad realization that a lot of people actually look at Falling Down, a movie about a deranged man, like a properly mentally deranged man going on a rampage, and they see themselves like in it, as in like, look, he's just a common man who lost his shit. I'm like, yeah, sure. You probably, like, if you see yourself in this guy, in Michael Douglas in Falling Down, you probably would think that Travis Bickle is some kind of a hero, and you may be part of the problem. Just saying. I was just thinking, like, whenever I hear this guy say or do things that he thinks makes the world be nice to him, that's what I think about: a deranged man waving a loaded gun around. And somehow we have to contend with that kind of a personality running the show effectively, which tells a story about where we are as a species.